Hi, I'm Larry Levin. Welcome to another edition of Hey Hey 5 and 5. And with us today is Lynn Wittels, a good friend and CEO of the Jewish Community Center. Welcome.
Thank you.
So most of the community now knows what an incredible building and operation the J has on this Millstone campus. The facility is state-of-the-art. Your membership and other revenue sources have enabled you to have better and better operating results. But tell us one or two things that maybe the public might not know about how the building has allowed you to provide better and more effective programming for the community.
Great. So when we really established the plans for these buildings, we always said form follows function.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent a lot of time and a lot of effort trying to decide what we wanted to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
So we challenged each of our program teams to create a model program,
Mm-hmm.
and what would the space that they needed
Mm-hmm.
entail. So for example, we worked with a professional out of Columbia, Missouri, who specializes in geriatrics and creating space for geriatrics, and that was really what formed the space that became our adult day center.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with our early childhood center, same thing with our gymnasium and our fitness center, and ultimately that's what really gave us the facilities that we have today.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, one facility that predates this planning process is the Fox building in campus in Chesterfield. So what can you say publicly about the future of that campus and your own personal opinion about ways it can best fit and serve the community?
So I think there's a misperception,
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't always wrong, but it's wrong today.
Mm-hmm.
And that misperception is that the Fox building is not self-sustainable.
Mm.
It actually is, and doing very well. So we see it fully as part of the mission of the J. We serve a number of people out in the West Corridor who we wouldn't be serving if we only had this one facility here at the Steinberg Family Complex. So we're thrilled with the performance of the Fox building in general and the programming that happens out there.
I'm interested in the overall fundraising climate in the Jewish community and how it relates to the J and to the light, for that matter. with endowment values and individual portfolios having to make up so much ground now, and with the economy sputtering, how does it affect you with your various streams of revenue?
So it's impossible to say that the loss in endowment didn't affect us dramatically. But from an operating basis, our fundraising is actually quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of it is that the community sees what we've done with the new vision,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to be a part of it. And more so, they realize how many people we help who need us, who rely on us for that support. And I think people realize that they know exactly where their dollars are going, and they've been incredibly supportive of the programs and services at the J.
Has your facility been open long enough now for you to see predictable trends in what I'd call membership demographics? That is, the mix between Jewish and non-Jewish, younger and older, those who belong for health and fitness versus other purposes and the like?
Yes, so our philosophy is less about what buckets do you put your membership in and how many more families within our mission or more people within our mission are we able to serve. And just by one definition, the last time I looked, and it's been several months, but the last time I looked, we today are serving 40% more Jewish families than we were before the project started. So I would suggest that that's a great measure, any way you want to slice it. The nice thing at the J is that it's large enough now and there are enough people here that we don't really notice any one demographic group. I mean, you go out into the fitness center, or you go to our day camps, or you go to our early childhood center, and you see a thriving community that reflects the demographics of the world we live in.
Of course, people want to know the status of your negotiations with Bank of America and the pending litigation. Pending litigation, there's not that much you can talk about, obviously. What can you tell us about timing and what people should look forward to?
So we are very hopeful that we will have a negotiated settlement, and my guess is that sooner rather than later, members of the St. Louis community will hear more and more about it. I don't have an exact timetable, but I would say it's weeks rather than months, and we're keeping our fingers crossed and working really hard to come up with, I think, a settlement that the bank will find acceptable and the St. Louis community will find acceptable and primarily our stakeholders will find acceptable.
And while you've been in business much of your life, this is still a new experience in some ways. So what has this been like to work on a financial transaction of this magnitude? It's overwhelming.
The stakes are so high that it really keeps you up at night. I have to admit that.
It would be surprising if it didn't.
Yes. This is a serious set of negotiations, probably more so than anything I've been involved in up until now. But I feel so passionately about this particular business transaction than any other that our board, our executive committee, we have a smaller task force, our staff, we are all fully engaged and committed to make this work. Look, we're only one side of this, and we can only offer what we can offer, but I can assure you that we have a great team working on this, and I'm very hopeful that we will get it done.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Thanks, Larry.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on Hey Hey. Take care.